Action. Well, hello everyone. It's good to be back. Keys a jangling, little ASMR for you. Yeah. How's that feel? Does that make you need to pee? Well, don't pee. So here we are again. Definitely not the third try for a podcast.
Definitely not
First
the third
try. We are professional.
First run out the gate.
First one out the gate, baby. So it is. We have a subject we have really wanted to put on a microphone. It is safe to say that we are bitter boys.
Bitter Boys.
At this time, welcome to the Bitter Boys podcast.
Welcome to the Bitter Boys podcast. I am Jarek Moberg.
Eric Moberg. I am Secretions Jones.
Secretions Jones.
Secreting. So I am a secreture of habit.
You're secreting hatred and disappointment.
Hatred, disappointment. So
goddamn, Marty let us down.
So Marty let us down, but let me just back up and just help everybody. So for the last 2 years, I have been hearing about this movie that Martin Scorsese is working on with Pesci, De Niro, Pacino.
Holy shit. So, tell me, is Scorsese making a movie with De Niro, Pacino, Harvey Keitel, fucking Joe Pesci?
Ray Romano's in there too.
Ray Romano, tell me this is not happening.
He's turned it into Gray Romano. But
how can this not happen? How is this happening, man?
I don't know how it's happening.
What's it gonna be like a streaming service? Tell me they gave them like a huge budget to get it really perfect.
A huge budget, excellent shots. But let me get right back to where I was.
How could it go wrong?
To keep let's get there. Let's get there. We gotta paint a picture, build them up, and then knock them down. So yes, I've been waiting for this movie for 2 years. I've been hearing about it. Heard it was gonna get dropped on Netflix. Heard it was gonna be amazing. All these things, and so 10 days ago, I decided, in an effort to better myself, I said I am not going to drink alcohol or eat fast food for 10 days. 10 days. Hard 10 days. I had 2 Thanksgivings of family that I had to deal with.
2 Thanksgivings. No alcohol.
Mom and dad. No alcohol. Parents
two
divorced. You have to go to 2 Thanksgivings, 2 Christmases, 2 Hanukkahs, 2 Kwanzas.
Sober off your ass.
You have 2...
Jesus God.
You have
2 Kwanzas.
2 daylight savings times. It's insane. So, yes.
2 fucking Groundhog Days.
2 Groundhog Days. I think they get the joke by this point.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, all of this was so I could get drunk with my roommate and watch the entirety of The Irishman in bliss, knowing that I worked on myself. And boy, was it disappointing. Boring as paint drying on a wall or CGI drying on Robert De Niro's face.
What's the title at the beginning? We paint houses.
We paint I heard you paint houses.
I heard you paint
is the title of the book. It's the title that comes up in the film. In the credits of the film, it's I heard you paint houses. It's called The Irishman on Netflix.
I'll tell you what was a bit of... Because I went through the experience... I didn't go through the whole abstinence experience.
No, we both didn't make it. We both didn't make it through the movie. Because life is hard, and we deserve to be happy and enjoy ourselves.
I did make it through the experience of watching the first 2 hours, 15 minutes of it, and why I was cynical. Love me some Scorsese. Love me some Keitel.
If you've listened to any of these podcasts, we probably talk about Scorsese on every one of them. But
he's a saint.
Continue. Yes.
If I may, the red flag, much like I believe it was Casino, is where if De Niro plays either a Jew or
Irishman,
the titular Irishman, No, he's just Italian. Come on.
I feel bad for people that thought this was maybe a superhero movie, The Irishman.
The Irishman.
And he just drinks whiskey and complains about other cultures. But anyway, that would be a terrible superhero. So, yes, I was horribly bored throughout the movie. There was some good stuff. I'm not saying there wasn't any good stuff. There was some good moments and sequences.
I'll tell you, anytime you see Harvey Keitel, that's a
Harvey
blessing.
Keitel was a blessing. Joe Pesci was fun. I really liked Al Pacino. I loved. I have never really liked Al Pacino. I'm gonna be fully honest. I never cared for him until Dog Day Afternoon's good, but until this, when he was yelling as Jimmy Hoffa, when he was yelling at other people, I was having fun. But
yeah, he was having fun too. That's the difference.
Fun. Like it's fun to enjoy somebody like having fun. That's why we relate to characters. We like the characters. We love seeing them go through strife and then being happy. That's the whole point of storytelling. But anyway, it was. This movie makes me speechless because you put it best that it's just he tried to remake Goodfellas again, but really boring.
Yeah, it's Scorsese trying to remake a Scorsese film for the third time. Essentially,
that's what it was.
Like he could have. I mean, I know, like he's done Gangs of New York, which he's working on forever.
I like Gangs of New York and will defend it. So
I haven't seen Silence.
Silence also.
That was one of his passion projects. I know.
Did you see it? You didn't see it?
I have not seen it.
I started it and was bored to death. But I loved Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. I'll try Silence.
Silence will bore your face off like this movie did. It's pretty... I mean, I love Andrew Garfield, great actor. The other guy that plays Kylo Ren, I don't know his name, great actor.
James Garfield.
James Garfield. He hates Mondays. That's a BoJack joke. Sorry, folks, I fucked that up.
That was good.
But yeah, Scorsese letting me down. So basically,
it is a bit of a conflict because how can Scorsese is so much. Scorsese might as well be on the Mount Rushmore of filmmakers. Yeah. I mean, American filmmakers, you know.
Yeah, up there with Kubrick, and I was also going to say Michael Bay. And
Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's face gets exploded off. Like if I have anything to say about it.
What are we gonna?
We could go through the list and
the guy who made Cocktail.
Cocktail, whoever made Cocktail.
Good for him.
The titular Tom Cruise bartending vehicle. As everyone
famous
loves,
for
whoever made Theodore Rex,
Love Boat the drama. Yeah, let's make that movie.
Oh god, oh god. Podcast is easy when it's fun, and it is fun, folks. But anyway,
it's you really can't hate on Martin Scorsese.
No, you can't. I don't hate the man.
He's
80. He's 80. He's made every kind of movie. He's made the majority, I would say 5%, possibly 20% of the greatest movies of all time. Mm-hmm. 25% could be argued. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about our viewing experience.
It was terrible.
So we are sitting in our living room, and okay, I do this. I build movies up in my head, movies I'm excited for, and I will sit there and trick myself into enjoying it. I will. I've done it. I did it with Last Jedi. I did it with Batman vs. Superman. And I wanted to like them so bad because I had wanted them for so long. But, so we are in the living room and we're watching. And I keep noticing your face. And you were right. You're absolutely right.
I had an inkling.
No, you knew it was up before I did. You did. So, I noticed your face. You were not enjoying it, and that's okay, because it was terrible. So,
it's not that it was terrible. It's just I knew I was trying to build I was not building. I had not had anything built up from the get-go. But
I
I
had
was
the world built up.
I was trying to build it up because I realized it's going to be one of like the... I read a review where it's compared to Unforgiven, where it's like the last roundup of all the cowboys, you know.
Yeah.
And... Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. And we're back.
And we're back.
Just took a few minutes. Just wanted to say, so Eric was talking about how he's comparing it to the film Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood. So
yeah, it was like kind of the last roundup of the last cowboys, you know. It's kind of a greatest hits of mob hits, essentially.
Yes.
And we were...
it was like every mob movie mushed together.
Yeah, it felt kind of like a cash-in.
Uh-huh.
And I know... so I just thought it kind of an angle. It would have been far more interesting. Like, we were both talking about... how the female lead in a Scorsese film is quite a rare...
Yeah. Well, Margot Robbie in Wolf of Wall Street. I can't think of her name, but she plays Dr. Malfi in Sopranos. She's in Goodfellas, and she's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
She's amazing.
So I had an idea. Like, what is the most memorable female role in a Scorsese film? It's Jodie Foster in Taxi Driver.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to know where she is now.
Yeah. Why couldn't she be in this movie?
I would have loved... I would have, like, as instead of another retread of the whole gangster genre, I would have loved to know, like, where she is now, you know? You can bring back all those fuckers,
just
you know?
a documentary about Jodie Foster. Is that what you're talking? I'm in. Okay, so that was a big point. When I quit the movie, I was like, this is just, like, I'm not saying Glenn Ross is bad, but there is no prominent female role. And I'm just like, I am over testosterone at a point. Yeah. Like, it was too much. So just basically that was a gripe. Also, the film was boring. And I just read an article about how somebody is on Netflix's Twitter just, like, you know, telling them they're boring, and Netflix is arguing with them. And it's a whole stupid, you know,
Netflix
thing that's
is arguing with a person?
Netflix is arguing with a Twitter personality, basically. It was a fun article.
I understand no part of that sentence.
It's really stupid. It's really stupid that, like, Netflix, this billion-dollar, you know, media conglomerate machine has to go on Twitter and defend its fucking crap. It can put out 10 Irishmen a year and just say, fuck you, we're Netflix.
Good on Netflix for still being able to pick a fight.
Like, good, fuck it. Like, I can't believe to be that bitter. Like, he just flipped off the microphone like Netflix is in it somehow. But I didn't mean to break fourth wall.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Fuck you, Netflix, a little bit. I'm still really excited about that Witcher show.
I'm still happy you have all the Monty Python.
Yeah, Monty Python. I mean, you know, I'm not shitting on Netflix. I'm not even shitting on Scorsese or De Niro or any of these people. It didn't work out. And sometimes it doesn't work out. So that's just life. You know, but it is just so crazy. We wish this movie would... Okay, so I just want to talk about our viewing experiences. You were like zoning out while I was still in hopeful, please let this be good mode. And so
I was so happy when I saw Joe Pesci waltz in.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know Keitel was going to be in there.
Yeah. Keitel was a treat.
Beautiful.
Like, everything... The movie was beautifully shot.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot. Okay, doggy, hop up here. Come on, sweetie. Good girl. Okay. When I talk, she just wants to run over and lick my face. I get it. Others have that inkling. But if you can hear her breathing heavy on the mic, that's what this podcast is all about, baby. Sweet, sweet Keely. She's the star.
She is the star.
She is the star. She's a big, bright, shining star. That's a reference to another much better movie. So what happened was, you were zoning out around an hour 45.
Yeah.
And you were tired. You had been up all day, but you had planned to watch it with me. And you were right. You were right to go to bed.
I really wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be.
We both did, man. And it's you just got to accept that your parents are never getting back together, and you're gonna have to do 2 Christmases. That was a callback. So thank you. So anyway, you gave up as you should have, and I once.
But it's not I'll tell you this. This is not a film like Paul Thomas Anderson would make. He's never gonna go all the full circle and that shit.
No, I don't think so. Like if you're just trying to you're just trying to recapture what you had in 1990 when everything was right and Robert De Niro's face was gorgeous. Not now when it looks like a shriveled grape. Mm-hmm. No matter how much CGI you throw on that face, you still can't de-age his sad eyes or his graggly voice. When people keep calling him kid, like they keep calling him kid, and it's a 55-year-old man.
Okay, so I'm not gonna. We've got other topics to cover,
we're gonna get there.
I will just mention this. This is my last comment. Okay. I swear to God, he still moves like an old man. That's the thing, It's not. There's the uncanny valley thing. No. It's not.
The scene.
It doesn't gel.
The scene, really quick. The scene in the bathhouse where they have like 2 shirtless men are talking to each other in towels. And every time it would cut to De Niro with a CGI face on another man's body, I howled laughing. I was trying. I think there was points where I was just trying to enjoy it as schlock, as just like this is silly. But okay, so you were out at 1:45, completely understandably. But I was gonna soldier on. I was gonna finish this movie for hope at the end that maybe somehow all of this would be subverted and it would all be worth it. But it was not. So I made it to 2 hours and 17 minutes, with an hour and 11 minutes left to go.
It gives so much. I don't know. I feel so much respect for After Hours. Like 90 minutes in and out.
90 minutes
full
in and
story,
out.
Overnight.
I get it. Scorsese just wants to
just be a storyteller.
Just make a big 32-ounce steak of a movie every time.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. But so literally. I am just okay. It's you are gone, and I've been watching the movie for another 20 minutes after you're gone, and I literally go through all the stages of loss.
Wigs off to you, my man.
Depression, acceptance, all I don't know them all off the top of my head, but I went through them all, and finally, Karen was walking.
Rejection is a big one.
Yes, rejection. Karen walked through the living room, and I just had to say, I'm not liking this, and I had to admit it to another human. I just had to admit it like out loud to another human, and then that was it. I moved on to other movies, and I wasn't enjoying my night. I had worked so hard for this night and this little bit of time, and then I wasn't enjoying myself. So I gave up. The rest of the night, I watched shit I loved and had a great time. But
cut to a month ago, we had the same experience with Dolomite Is My Name, and it was fantastic. It
was butter.
It was everything that was meant to.
Dolomite Is My Name was melting butter on pancakes. It was
absolutely
perfect. Like, fucking Irishman was like an actual Irishman drunk and being obnoxious in a bar, asking other people if he's Irish, which I have experienced many times in Florida. So. Yeah, it's fun.
I love that Irish Jew.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro. God bless him. God bless everyone in this movie for trying. God bless you, Scorsese. We love you. You're gonna keep I'm still gonna watch movies.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Do what you want. Yeah. If you want to remake Taxi Driver,
fuck it.
Do it. Go ahead. I'll fucking buy a ticket. Well. Well, Redbox, come on, let's not. I'm not Moneybags O'Reilly over here.
Well, I mean, I tell you, I will. Okay, last thing I'll
Okay,
say
I'm
about
done.
it is,
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I do really want to know where, what's her name, Iris or whoever Jodie Foster was in Taxi Driver. Where is she now? I do want to know that.
Her character? Oh, she went to Yale. Like, she got back to her parents, went to Yale, physician, quiet life, happy. Maybe, what do you think? Kids? No kids. What do you say, Jodie Foster? Former 13-year-old hooker.
Two boys, one girl.
2 boys, 1 girl. Okay. All right. Welcome back to Two White Guys Complain. Anyway, so anyway, we feel like we nailed that Irishman.
I actually have a thought.
Okay.
If Elvis were alive today...
Oh, please, God, no. Please go on.
If Elvis were alive today and he had a Roku, do you think this little screensaver would have made shooting the TV a little easier? Because you've got so many slow-moving targets.
Well, what he's talking about is how when the Roku on the TV, there's like a cute little... You can see the Titanic sinking in the back. But let's not talk about that too long because they can't see it. They don't know what we're talking about. But,
visual gags don't work.
Visual
really
gags,
well
not the best. But so...
What is Bully a reality tour?
I have no idea, but we gotta talk about things people can't
Thanksgiving.
see. Thanksgiving. So we both had a really eventful 4 days. The last 4 or 5 days. So how was your Thanksgiving, sir?
It was spent with family.
Nice.
It was quite pleasant.
As I said, I had 2 Thanksgivings. Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving Eve, I went to my aunt and uncle's, and it was lovely. And because I always, you never know, family. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You never know. But it was lovely. It was great to see my aunt and uncle, little brother, and cousins, and there was a myriad of children there from where I do not know. Once they came, it felt like they stopped at an orphanage somewhere and just loaded up a bunch of kids and just said, "Hey, we gotta have kids.
Jump in the pickup truck.
Jump in the pickup truck. We got a hayride going. Get in the hayride, kids." Anyway, there was just children everywhere from whom I didn't know. I don't know who sired who is the first of his house name. That's anyway. It was lovely and great food, great people. Just love seeing my little brother. My little brother got me a David Letterman book, and I wanted to weep. It's an
awesome book.
It was awesome. I can't wait to read it.
I can't wait to meet your brother.
Oh, he's
off
great.
Topic, but
no. He's wonderful. Fun. I love a good thing for me and him to do is just take him to see a movie. It's easy. It's I'm hoping to do other stuff. Go hang out with him. We have each other's phone. He's 15 and has a phone, so we talk. He draws. He shows me his drawings. They're awesome. He's very artistic like me. Me and him were sitting on the couch talking, and my dad was asking us questions. I'm he's I'm his artistic older brother. You have to he comes to me with his weird thoughts and whatnot. But it was lovely. Good talking with my cousins. Good catching up with them. Yep, this is how stand up is. It's blah blah blah. It's this and that and blah blah blah. And went home. And then right after that, I drove. I took all they gave me a bunch of leftovers. Drove it home. I know this isn't that exciting, but we're gonna get to exciting stuff. Just hang on. Bernie Sanders. So quick tangent. So I'm on Instagram, and I follow Bernie Sanders, and I'm watching Bernie Sanders, all these little quick, shortcut videos of him dancing and at parties and having fun. And can you just take the apocalypse a little more seriously, Bernie? Can you? You're supposed to be the one to save us from the megalomaniac.
I'll tell. Okay,
I'm gonna get back to where we are.
I'll counter that with this.
Okay.
Last time he ran for election, he got trounced.
Yeah.
Trump is president.
No,
I would be a little more personable too.
No. I want Bernie to be happy. I do. It's a little like seeing, I want to say FDR, all serious, giving the speeches, and then he's doing the cha-cha. and it's
okay.
I guess he can't because of the polio too well, but yeah.
Oh, he does a fine cha-cha in that wheelchair.
He does do a good wheelchair cha-cha. The wheelchair cha-cha is my favorite movie, by the way. Yes.
1, 2, roll.
God damn it. God damn it. So anyway, right after that Thanksgiving, I came here, dropped off some food, and then I was immediately going to go to a stand-up show I had planned to go to because my friend was performing, and I wanted to support him and other people that were there. I had many friends there, and it was just kind of a communal thing. But so anyway, I'm on the way, and I decided to message the guy that runs it, just saying, "Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm coming. Don't worry, I don't think I have a set," because that happens a lot. People show up, and he's like, "Oh crap, did I tell them they had a set and now they don't?" Anyway, I just said that, and then he says, "Do you want a set?" Because someone dropped out, and I said yes. And long story short, I got there. I got there and in 5 minutes I was on stage. And funnest set I ever had.
Nice.
Maybe not the most laughs, but I had fun up there. So
That's all that matters, really.
It really is. That's what I strive for. It's good to have a crushing set. It's good. But having a fun set.
So the audience dug it?
Oh, audience dug it. I was trying to interact with them as much as possible. If one person laughed at my joke, I would immediately point to them. You get me. Just
That's
having
my
fun,
dream.
just having fun. Well, it's still possible, sir. So, we're getting there. So, and then anyway, I got a video out of it. I got a good video. I like that video a lot. It's a video I'm comfortable sending to festivals and whatnot because I think that's just quintessentially me.
From the sounds of it, it sounds like. From the sounds of it, it sounds like.
In all actuality.
In all actuality,
in
like
the actual
that's
Sorry.
If you got you happen upon a really good audience and you're crushing it, and it's a small audience, so they're laughing harder.
It was a great.
I think that's a perfect festival.
Yeah.
It was
a great audience. It was a fantastic audience, and everybody did great that night. I was just happy to be part of it. It was all my friends were going up, and it was mostly people I love a lot. I like a lot. I like their comedy, and I like them as people. So I was happy they were all doing well, and we all hung out after. And we're the better you do, the more fun you have, the longer you stay. That's how it is. I stayed as long as I could. Because then we just hung out. We got a great group photo. Okay, that's catching up with everything we've been through. I've been through. And then the next day, Thanksgiving, I went and saw my mom. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yada yada yada. Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce. And no, that's not a euphemism, you sickos. But
I call them two kinds.
Two kinds. Yes, two kinds.
Sliced and diced.
Sliced and diced. Well, you got to have the canned kind. Mm-hmm. And I don't even like cranberry sauce. I don't get it.
I love it.
Okay, he likes it.
I love it.
He loves it. I am not a fan of it. I'm a fan of stuffing things into my ears to forget about politics. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing better on God's green earth than cranberry sauce on top of stuffing.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll tell you that.
I'm sure. I'm more refreshing. Of a giblet gravy man. I like a nice giblet gravy, but that's just me.
Fair point.
It's a funny word.
Giblet gravy.
Giblet gravy. It's funny. It's a fun word. I
think that was my first landlord.
Giblet gravy.
We had a sitcom.
Didn't Giblet Gravy Jones, Giblet Davy Jones, didn't he play in the Monkees?
Yeah, Giblet Davy Jones.
Giblet Davy Jones. Wasn't he an old blues singer?
I almost.
It's okay.
No,
doing wonderful. All right, Simpsons rolling with a flow. We're back. But Maggie. So yeah, that was I just asked him if he had anything else he wanted to say about his his past few days, he said he was good. I'm not holding a gun to him. He's not under duress.
Oh, you are.
I am. I can't help it.
It's a beautiful gun, though.
You're just a guy. I just want to hold
like
him hostage.
Vintage Winchester, I believe.
Well, yeah, vintage Winchester. Hey, speaking of vintage things, I was happy enough to finally get you your Christmas present.
Nice.
Which was a Nirvana album.
Yes.
A live album that we are planning to listen to after.
I can't wait.
After this podcast, we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
I had a bad night.
Yeah.
I had a bad night, and the next afternoon, I woke up out of my coma slumber, and you presented me with that, and it was a beautiful thing.
I try to, because you literally saved me with those wireless headphones. My life has completely changed. Now, my life is so much better now that I have those wireless headphones, because I love not having to hear other people talk. It's a passion of mine, really. A passion.
Odd for doing a podcast.
Yeah, if you're doing a podcast. No, I mean, I love people. I
stuff your middle fingers in somebody else's ears.
Exactly. Oh, that was beautiful. Goddamn. Okay, well, while The Irishman was a flop, well, not a flop, but just boring. Anyway, so something, Nirvana album. But I decided to finally join the corporate grinding machine. Not that they're a wonderful company. I'm sure they have lots of skeletons in a bog somewhere. Disney Plus.
Many skeletons. All the skeletons that died on Space Mountain are programming Disney Plus.
Like, isn't Space Mountain like in the dark, like, and you can't see anything? It's just crazy.
Seems
There's just dead bodies surrounding you as you're flying through this room. Yeah.
They just hang them up.
All the
excess ones they just put on Pirates of the Caribbean.
All the ex-employees that that found out too much. They opened the wrong door and then found like Mickey Mouse, like the actual mouse, like doing cocaine. And
don't open the wrong door.
Yeah, don't open the wrong door when you work at Disney. We'll say that. But anyway, fine company. We decided to get Disney Plus. And if I got Disney Plus the same reason everyone did for a Star Wars show, The Mandalorian, which I finally got to watch the first episode. Just gonna say real quick, I loved it. Great. Can't watch. Good? It went in ways I wasn't expecting. My expectations were subverted. That's all I can ask for, and I will take it.
You told me the Herzog factor was very, very
Herzog
strong.
factor was up to 11. 11.
Up to 11.
And Herzog,
Sweet.
okay, spoilers, but Herzog is in there in the first 2 minutes. It's
oh my god.
Right in there. Great Herzog. Perfect amount of Herzog.
You can't see me, but I just collapsed in my chair.
He did. He loves the Hertz. He loves hers. He loves the hers.
Loves me some Herzog.
Oh, we all do. He's a great man. I loved it when he was on Doug Loves Movies. But
what?
You've heard him on Doug Loves Movies. Come on. Okay. You can enjoy that later. But we can listen to a Doug Loves Movies later. We can.
Oh my god.
We can do that later. But we're still We're still on mic.
Get back on track. Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. We literally spent maybe 2 hours, all of us hanging out in the living room, just going through, not intending to watch anything, but we're just like, ooh, DuckTales, ooh, gargoyles, ooh, Darkwing Duck.
So I'll give you this. Disney Plus. Probably an evil concept.
Yes.
But in the execution, it's more or less alluring. It's very seductive. I'll tell you that. Like, you got your you got your Star Wars, you got your Muppets,
Yeah, no Muppets Manhattan. I didn't see it. I didn't see Muppets in Manhattan or Muppets in space or Muppets Go to Egypt or Muppets on Mars. Okay, I'm making some of those up.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay, no worries, sir.
No.
Okay, he's doing a bit.
I'm doing a bit. No Muppets Take Manhattan.
No Muppets Take Manhattan.
God damn it!
Okay.
All right, and we're
back.
that
was done. Okay. No, he did. We have. Don't
love
worry.
me some Muppets Take Manhattan.
We do too. We have orphans here that we just kick when we're really angry.
I kick some orphans. I'm sorry.
We got
love me some Muppets Take Manhattan.
We got plenty of kicking orphans in the backyard. But,
all right.
Anyway, we love the Muppets. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
But yeah.
No original Brave Little Toaster.
No original Brave. They have the sequels. So somebody out there owns the rights to Brave Little Toaster and is like, I will not release my Brave Toaster upon your disgusting platform. This will be this. That's someone's soapbox.
Was it based on an anime or something?
Or
manga?
Yeah. Well, funny thing, Lion King is. So
that's true.
Lion King's a total rip off of that.
They bought him out.
Yeah, well, I assume somebody got paid, or somebody got paid in bullets, or something. Yeah, who knows?
But I wasn't gonna go there, but I went there.
We try not to talk about sinister cabals too much on this podcast.
Yeah, Disney hated the Jews.
Hey, come on, we were doing so good without slandering. We were riding the perfect line. It's okay. We were riding the perfect line of not being too. I didn't say that, Disney. My name is Spencer Akery. That's Eric Meberg. I didn't say that.
Nor did I. My name is Zero
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry.
It'd be even worse
if
you just said your name was a Disney character.
My name is Hanna-Barbera Streisand.
Okay, I was going to say Aladdin. My name is Aladdin Genie Pants. But anyway, God. Oh, I just
see. Disney had Robin Williams killed. I'm not saying.
Okay, that's okay. R.B. Williams is still alive. His head's frozen somewhere. Don't worry. We are doing. Okay, we just had to kick a few orphans.
And we're back.
We're back. But yeah, we did want to say the positives of Disney Plus. Sans Brave Little Toaster.
Sans Brave Little Toaster.
Sanskrit Brave Little Toaster. But we discussed they have the entire Simpsons.
They do.
And you and me today sat and watched some of our favorite Simpsons episodes, and that was a delight. Monorail, the Shinin,
the B-Sharps.
The B-Sharps, I love the boxing episode where Homer boxes a Mike Tyson.
What was the first one we saw?
My favorite episode of all time is the Johnny Cash episode, is where Johnny Cash plays a fox that Homer sees tripping on.
We watched the City of New York versus Homer Simpson.
City of New York
City
of New York versus Homer Simpson is one of the best of all time.
Some
of the best jokes. Let's try not to repeat them though.
Okay,
we're
No, I was just gonna say, it's such a rare occurrence where I revisit something that I found funny or hysterical.
I
will revisit it and I laugh out loud. I literally laughed out loud.
Yeah, I did too.
It is
a good amount.
It goes without saying, but it bears repeating. Simpsons in its prime is 30 jokes a second.
Yeah.
And they're all hysterical.
They're all
the hit or miss ratio is
so it's so much quality. It's so much quality packed into 20 minutes, and those were the early days. And, we don't want to we really first 15 years great years. We don't want to go off on the whole blah blah blah. They should end it.
Let's keep it going. Those guys need money.
We're on a positive upswing.
But
before we go back down to negative.
It made me happy to know how well it held up.
When we put it on, I was really worried. I was just gonna be like, oh my god, I don't enjoy this anymore. My soul is gone. My childlike wonder has been extinguished, and it wasn't. And it
all came back.
It all came back.
As good, if not better.
Because when you're a kid and you're watching The Simpsons, you completely are going to understand about a fifth of the jokes. And now
you understand. Somehow they did it. You understand more of the jokes.
You understand so much more of the jokes, and you're having a good time, and enjoy yourself. So Good for you.
Good for you.
Thank you for not making us also get Hulu to watch The Simpsons. We really appreciate it. We love it.
Nobody's gonna get this, but rest in peace, Sam Simon. I love you. You're a damn good man.
I don't even get it, folks.
Okay.
But,
the viewers will look it up.
Okay.
You'll look it up, maybe. Rest in peace, Sam Simon.
Viewers, listeners, smellers. I want people to smell our podcast. Is where I'm going, but we enjoyed it. Mandalorian, great. Also, there's another Star Wars show that I had wanted to catch back up with, Star Wars Rebels, and it's an animated show. But I remember really liking it a few years back, and I'm gonna finally finish it because they completed it.
Did as off topic, did Genndy Tartakovsky do a
Genndy Tartakovsky?
Genndy,
I can't say that name either.
He did a Star Wars.
If he did, I'm not familiar.
Who did the Star Wars thing on Adult Swim?
Don't know. I don't know. The
like
Clone Wars.
Yeah,
they did two versions of the Clone Wars, and I think it was on Toonami or Cartoon Network or Adult Swim. It's all the same fucking thing, so who cares? But
I thought that was him.
It may be. May very well be.
That's what, drew my attention.
I don't want to get too into this, but I'm not a big fan of the Star Wars prequels. So when I watch the Clone Wars, I'm just like, well, this is what the movies should have been, and they're not. So it's just making me sad on both levels. So that's why I haven't been into the Clone Wars that much. So, but I think I have enough nerd cred.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was talking about this with my comedy friend of mine, just how he talked about how he was talking with a couple other comedians that are serious nerds, and he made a joke about episode 3, you know, when Anakin walks into the room and all the little Jedi kids walk up, Mr. Anakin, what are we going to do? And then Darth Vader just bombs the lightsaber in front of them, and then it cuts. It's the best scene in all the prequels. Anyway, my friend was making fun of that, and then he said the other two comedians that are serious nerds. I'm gonna say comedians in quotes, but anyway, I don't want to throw too much shade.
I'm gonna say nerds in quotes.
Nerds in quotes, but anyway, they were mad at him for making fun of that, and I just like, how can you be a comedian and not make fun of the nerdy shit you love? I love making fun of Star Wars and Star Trek and Lord of the Rings. It's fun. Like, have fun with your fucking life. Don't take life so seriously, you pieces of garbage. But anyway, yeah. I could talk forever about Star Wars, but I think there was one more thing we want to talk about, and that is God's not dead.
God is not dead.
Not
Evidently, there's a trilogy.
He's hanging in there in a hospice.
God is still not dead. Somehow.
So I was at a comedy show, and an old comedian friend of mine I was catching up with told me, "Hey, I know you love bad movies. You gotta see this trilogy of Christian propaganda films called God's Not Dead."
Mm-hmm.
And I love making fun of stuff, but I also like doing fun things with my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my time is important.
Yeah.
So literally I came home and I was just like, "Hey, would you mind watching a trailer with me?"
Short story long, we also had an invasion of ants that was freakishly huge.
It was crazy. It was a crazy day. We took it to the ants pretty hard. It was like 300. Basically. Fucking.
I did like.
Hack Snyder came in.
I did a fucking shit ton of sit-ups.
You kicked the first ant into the sink, and said, "This is our house." This is our... We've been working on our abs so we could.
The abs are incredible.
We had an ant invasion and we got it. We knocked them out.
Can you see our abs, by the way?
Yeah, please. We're rubbing
ripped.
our abs all over the microphone right now. It's the sexiest thing you've ever heard with your ears. Just. All right.
Yeah.
So God's not dead. God's not dead. So basically, I want you to think, what is the most marginalized group in society today? That's right, white Christians.
White Christians.
They are the most
Baptists.
Protestants,
Methodists.
whatever you want to, whatever makeup we slap on this pig, whatever you want to call it. So basically, these movies are boo-hoo films for white
Who's
Christians.
shitting on Christ?
I don't know.
But they made 3 movies about it.
They made 3 movies about it, and the plot of the first 2 movies, as we could tell, it's To Kill a Mockingbird, but instead of an innocent black man on trial,
Dean Cain.
It is not Dean Cain. It is God.
It is God.
God
yes,
who is
correct.
on trial. It's
God.
the weirdest. We recommend you watch the trailer. If you watch the trailer for God's Not Dead and God's Not Dead 2, you see the whole movie. You get it. You don't need to watch them. But it's fun to know that these things exist because they're just crazy. You just can't believe this is real. Kevin Sorbo and Dean Cain both got paychecks. Both snorting Christian cocaine out of Christian money. Both doing heroin with Christian dollars.
And this is a side story.
Okay.
So referencing back to the ant invasion.
Oh God, he just wants to talk about this ant invasion.
Evidently, I got some.
Oh boy!
I got some bug spray on my lip.
Ah, yeah.
Which I did not know.
Okay.
I did not know. Somehow the ant invasion and the God's Not Dead trailer trilogy somehow coalesced. And
please keep going.
So we were. Granted, these trailers are about 4 minutes long.
4 minutes long each. There's
4
3
minutes
of them.
long.
The third one becomes an action movie. It's God is getting revenge.
And I noticed
there's an explosion in the third one.
Evidently, against my better judgment, God may be actually existing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like...
Yeah, he struck us with plagues.
He struck me with a plague
right.
of a sore lip.
And
I noticed like halfway through the second trailer of the God's Not Dead trilogy, my lip started swelling terribly. My top lip.
Oh, God.
I looked like the Elephant Man. And I'm thinking that I'm still convinced God does not exist. I'm thinking that is just Dean Cain's agent's revenge.
Well, at least...
Or maybe Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin
Sorbo, Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo is God and Hercules.
Thunderbolt.
He is a demigod, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yes, God. So God struck us with plagues because we made fun of these dumb movies. I know you and me. We're not bad people. Like, we don't deserve that shit if God's real. But anyway,
my lip is recovering. Kevin Sorbo's is still dead.
Kevin Sorbo is still strung out on heroin somewhere, like lying on the ground, just like Xena the warrior princess. Let's do a movie. I need more heroin. Okay, I think that's probably a good ending, folks.
My condolences to Kevin Sorbo's agent.
Kevin Sorbo's agent, get at us. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Mr. Eric Meerberg, any more things to say?
Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thanks for talking.